Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Foundation Fest, and today I'm checking out one of the OG brands in this space, Bare Minerals. This is the Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I feel like I owned the full size of this at some point in my life. This one is a sample pack, obviously. This retails for $37 for 1.18 fluid ounces of product. Comes in 20 different shades. It's vegan, it's cruelty-free, it has clean ingredients according to Ulta's website, and it gets insanely good reviews. It's got 4.4 out of 5 stars with almost 8,500 reviews on Ulta's website. I'm going to try the shade Vanilla 2, which is like the third lightest shade. It is described as very fair neutral with peach undertones. The next sample up is a medium shade, which is going to be way too dark for me. So we're going to try out this one. The claims, let us see here. Visibly even skin tone and blurs imperfections, buildable sheer to light coverage with a dewy, healthy looking glow, dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, hypoallergenic, formulated without oil. It won a 2022 Allure Hall of Fame award. 100% cruelty-free, no parabens, phthalates, formaldehyde, chemical sunscreens, triclosan, I can't even read. I don't got Sherlock with me here. You see me trying to read, I'm like, I can't read it. Yeah. Hyaluronic acid. We have olive-derived squalane, my favorite. That is how it can be vegan. And mineral-based sunscreen. So it is a titanium dioxide, I believe, is the... Let me double check. Yeah, it's titanium dioxide for the sunscreen. So it is a mineral sunscreen. SPF 30, which is awesome. So let's take a look at Vanilla 02, swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time. First up is today's foundation from Bare Minerals, the Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream in shade 2 Vanilla. Second, I've got from Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Stay in Place in 1C1 Cool Bone. Third up is MAC Studio Sculpt in NW15. And last, I've got from Wet n Wild, the Tinted Hydrator in Fair. I've already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 48-year-old face. Oh my god, I don't even know how old I am. Birthday's coming up in a couple months. 48. I'm still 48 for like a couple more months. I have primed with my handmade Bakuchiol cream. I restocked it when I got back from Ireland, and it's sold out again. Don't worry, I got more ingredients on the way, and my business partner and I will be making a double batch this time around, so we hope to not sell out. QCsoap.com if you want to check it out. And so I think I'm just going to start with a fingertip application because tinted moisturizers, that's usually how I apply them, especially anything with sunscreen. I do have sunscreen on underneath this. Even if I'm going to put a complexion product on that contains sunscreen, I still wear a fully dedicated sunscreen as the last step of my skincare routine, which was a couple hours ago before I sat down to film this. But if this was going to be my only sunscreen, I would especially want to apply it with fingertips just to make sure that I got all the coverage that I needed to get to make sure everything's covered, because safety first. Now, some of this just splatted all over my hand, so we're going to make sure we don't lose any of it, because, you know, we're working from a sample. We're on a limited amount of product here. I don't want to waste it. All right, here we go. I'm going to still try to do half my face and half my face, but we will see. This is thicker than I anticipated. I was expecting more sheer. It is still fairly sheer. All right, we're just gonna have to do the whole forehead because I put way too much up there. It is still a sheer finish, but more coverage than I was anticipating, which I like that. Please ignore the 2 mosquito bites that I have on my freaking face. I've been outside a lot this week, and bugs love to eat me. I think it's rude, but it is what it is. It's always been that way my whole life. Let's get that little mascara off my nose. we have a little bit of coverage, I would say. You know, I would call it pretty light, sheer to light, but there is some redness correction going on one side to the other. Should we do like brush application on the other side? Let's try that. So you may be like, Shelly, what is this? There's an elephant in the room. You cut all your hair off. Yeah, I did. I did, and I love it. I won't always like poof it up, but I just got a cut yesterday, so I told my stylist to have fun with it, and we were talking about, do you guys watch on TikTok, V from Under the Desk News? We were talking about her hair, and I love her hair. I did not think that I could in any way pull off such a bouffant thing happening up here. But then my stylist was like, let's see what it'll do. Let's try it. I bet your hair will do it. Yeah, this probably won't be how I wear it every day, because this took a little bit of labor on her part and probably skill that I don't have. However, I'm enjoying the like faux hawk thing going on. This applied really nicely with a brush, let me just say. And I think the dewy finish is even more obvious with the brush. I can't explain why that would be. Is it? Or am I losing my mind? Am I just distracted by all the mosquito bites on the left side? Does anyone know anything sciencey about why bugs would bite the left side of my body more than the right side of my body? All right, it's been like 2 weeks that I've been outside, and I've had like 3 different rounds of mosquito bite progress over the past couple weeks. And I swear they're eating more of the left side of my body than the right. I don't know. Maybe it's because my right side moves more often because I'm right-handed. I don't know. Is there a scientific reason, or am I just noticing coincidental things? I don't know. But I hate them. Because I have no self-control when it comes to itching. And I have mosquito bites on my new tattoo, which then I end up, it's like right here, so I'm gonna end up with like scars in my tattoo, which makes me very unhappy. Anyway, I like this finish. Let's do the brush side on the other side. Let's see if it's at all buildable. See if we can just build up a little. I would say that that's on my sunspots, but it's also on my mosquito bite. Let's get the redness on the chin going. Or going away. Let's see. This sample is actually quite generous. I could probably get 2 full faces of makeup out of this sample. And I appreciate that, because when you're trying to use a sample to decide if you want to purchase a full size of a product, you need enough product to test it out. And when they give you like barely enough to even apply it once, like that doesn't tell me anything. I think that's useless. This is really pretty. I didn't put a headband on because I didn't want to ruin my poof. I did just buy a really cool Hello Kitty and Creme Shop have a collab or whatever you would call it going on at the moment, and I was at CVS yesterday. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw this a few days ago in real time for you. And yeah, so I'll wear that soon. It's a Halloween one. Okay, here we are. Let's zoom in and get a look at what we got going on here. Definitely a dewy finish. I think this builds, I would actually call it up to maybe a like high light coverage. I don't think we quite cross into the medium zone, but there's some coverage. There is a good little bit of coverage. There's some redness correction. There's even some smoothing going on. I am going to call it. I'm going to say my pores look a bit blurred. My texture, minus the mosquito bite bumps, looks... Sorry, I'm obsessed with these stupid mosquito bites. I can't stand them. But my texture looks also, I would say, slightly smooth. Nothing's really accentuating. The texture between my eyebrows is not accentuated. My forehead does not look like anything's being accentuated. No big increase in the micro wrinkles. You sometimes with a dewy finish will have higher appearance of texture because the light reflecting off your texture becomes more obvious, but I don't feel like it's doing that. So I think this is a good dewy finish, even if you're dealing with texture issues that you don't want to pronounce and make more obvious. Let's check the time. It is 2:39. Let me go put the rest of my face on. I will be right back. Back with the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I am loving the heck out of this. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Finish is nice. Coverage is like, this is one of those things you can wear super fast and get out the door, but like still have enough coverage that you can do a face of makeup with it. You know, like I want to look like I spent more time than I actually had to spend is kind of where I'm at with that. So very much enjoying this right now. And it held up just fine to cream products. So I'm using this Iconic London. This is the Lip and Cheek Cream Trio. I use 2 shades of this, one sort of as a faux bronzer and one as my blush shade. This came in the August Ipsy box, and that was in the Icon box. Very light. I was gonna do no makeup, and then this eye look happened, and what can I say? This is my life. Violet Voss, this is the Berries and Cream Dreams palette, also from Ipsy. If you can't tell, I filmed my Ipsy box. My lip is Lawless. I'm wearing their Fawn shade lipstick, topped with their clear, forget the filler, lip gloss, and we're gonna keep it there. Oh, my mascara is, what is this brand? But I really like this. First time I'm trying it, also from Ipsy. Billion Dollar Beauty Forever Lash Mascara. And the box says that their unique silicone wand coats and separates lashes evenly. And it really did. Like, I really like this thing. And it just looks like it's an hourglass shaped pokey wand. But do you see how many tiny little pokies there are? Like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pokies. I like it. I really like it. First time I tried it. Never tried anything else from this brand. But you know I like the million lash look. Like where you got lots and lots and lots and lots of lashes. That's what I like. That's what this did. Therefore, Shelly is happy. Guess what I'm going to go do now? I'm going to go get a sandwich. I got one more video I got to film. 2 more videos I got to film. Then I'm going to go get a sandwich. I'll give you guys a daylight check-in in a bit. And then I will come back tonight and give you my final thoughts. Hey guys, it is just after 6 p.m. Got a little sunlight coming in here. So here's the look at the Bare Minerals. It's pretty. It's very pretty. I'm still enjoying the heck out of this hair. Alright, let me get in the sun. Oh, well, I can only get the top half of my face in the sun here, so sorry for the weird angle, but the sun is right about to go behind my roof of the house. Shade match seems fine. So far, so good. What do you think? Mosquito bite. Love it, love it, love it. All right, I'll be back tonight. We'll wrap this one up. Kitten is climbing the screen. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. 11:23 p.m. I think that puts us approaching the 9-hour mark. Let's take a look at how the Bare Minerals held up. I wanted to get the full name of it in there because I can't remember. Here it is. Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I definitely think it's hydrating. It is super comfortable. I apologize for the reflection in my glasses. I'm going to try to like keep my head down looking at you this way so you don't get all that glare. I'm totally digging the look of these glasses with my hair. I had to take my contacts out. I switched to a new brand. My eyes are still getting used to them. Yada, 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 yada. Anyway, definitely like the feeling of this Bare Minerals. Feels super hydrating, which doesn't surprise me. It is a beloved product and it makes that claim, so I would expect that to be true, and I think it is. We're not in a super dry time of the year. However, the humidity, today is like 30%, so it's not super humid outside, and it did not dry me out at all. I think the dewy finish has stayed approximately the same as when it was applied. Maybe a smidge more dewy as the day has gone on, but I'm not an oily skin person, so I don't really produce a lot of oil, if any. So this is just what the product has done over time. Let's zoom in so you guys can get a look. I'm so blind I can't even see, so I'm just gonna look in my little thing here. One thing that is happening, we're getting just a little bit of, you know, kind of the end of the day where product starts to bunch up and move around a little bit. It's happening on my chin. Now, I did have to blow my nose approximately 3,982 times today. Seems like I'm just not going to get a break from the pollen this year. It's just going to be, you know, 24/7, 365 pollen. Thank you very much. Love you, pollen. Trees, you're great. You're great. But, so yeah, the product missing from my nose is because I had to blow my nose quite a few times. I would say coverage has stuck around fairly well. It has faded a bit, which is not surprising with a light coverage product like this. But I do still see traces of the cream blush that I had used earlier, so I do think it's got a little bit of staying power. I don't think we could get many more hours of wear out of this product. I think it's about at the end of its rope, so we're talking a 9-hour day approximately, which is an average wear. You know, for me to call it good, decent long wear, like I need 12 hours plus coming out of this thing, so I would not call this a long wear product. They didn't claim that it is, so I'm not faulting them there. But I do feel like this is really comfortable. It's not settling into lines. It's doing a little bit of blurring and a little bit of smoothing, so it's got a really nice look to it. It's got a little bit of coverage, so you're gonna get a little bit of evening out of skin tone, and those are all things that work really well for people with maturing skin that have imperfections that you just want a little bit of oomph to kind of help you improve on what you got going on, or disguise a little bit of what you don't want to see, like sunspots in my case. So if I had to give a grade to the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, I have no complaints. I think it's beautiful. I need to give it an A because it's beautiful. I would love if it wore a few more hours longer, but they didn't claim long wear, so I'm not going to hold a grudge here. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful foundation that had slightly more coverage than I anticipated, and for me, that's a good thing. So, there you have it. I'm a fan. I like it. I like it a lot. Would you guys like to see the Bare Minerals powder that everyone talks about? Like the OG one? I actually have it. I've never used it. I've had it for a little while. I don't really wear powder foundations because I'm just so dry that they rarely work out for me. Would you like me to try it as a powder foundation, or would you like me to try it as like a setting powder to go along with this maybe, for example? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.